Here in the States, we certainly have a passion for all things automotive. Of course, we always look overseas with our friends in Europe and our friends in Japan. They get some cool stuff we don't get to touch. We do, however, get stuff like that Ford Mustang. V8 power, rear-wheel drive, manual gearbox, that thing is a blast. Finally, though, there's something fun that has landed on our shores from Europe. This is the new Ford Focus ST. It's a hot hatch, it's front-wheel drive, it's turbocharged, it's a blast, and we're gonna take a closer look at it. At first glance, it looks like you're staring at your standard 5-door Ford Focus hatchback. Look closer though, and there are some subtle, some not so subtle, ST touches to let you know it's a little more aggressive. This big open mouth in the fascia with the ST badge, these lower fins, fog lights, the headlamps cut in sharply, they all look pretty good on the car. Come around to the side, you've got these cool looking 18-inch wheels. If you move down the back, there's a little rear spoiler, and then there's a few more touches, including another badge and that cool looking center exhaust. It all adds up to a really aggressive and stylish exterior design package. Under the hood, we're dealing with inline 4-cylinder turbocharged goodness. This is a 2-liter EcoBoost motor, which means it's gonna have a recognizable and flat torque curve, and it's gonna make 270 pound-feet of torque. The top 15 of that torque figure, it's an overboost function. You get 15 extra pound-feet of torque for 15 seconds when you mat the throttle. Horsepower, we're talking about 252 ponies prancing under this hood, and all of that sounds like a lot of power to put down to the front wheels, and normally it would be, but Ford has a bit of electronic and engineering wizardry going on here with their torque vectoring control system. It distributes power correctly, it eliminates torque steer, and it makes this ride more fun, and it keeps enthusiasts happy. Some of you might be asking why we're not getting a sedan version of this. Well, stop, don't ask that. This is what they drive in Europe. We complain that we don't get the cars from Europe. We finally got one. It's a hatchback, it's got utility. Now let's go take a look inside, because that's where the magic happens. First thing you notice when you hop into the Focus ST is that you're dealing with a more mature interior than you might get in the Mustang. And that's interesting because this is a younger car. It's more of a hot hatch. But it feels more upgraded and more premium in here, even though we are dealing with the Ford MyTouch system, which, love it or hate it, it has some neat features. It still needs some growing to do. It'll get there eventually. But that's not what's important inside here. It's the driver focus bits. This steering wheel is meaty and feels great in your hand. These seats, they feel wonderful. The stick shift lever, it's right where you want it to be. Throws are short and precise. It's all geared towards making the driver happy, and that's exactly what you want out of a hot hatch like this Focus ST. So this car is fun to drive. You can get the rear end to rotate. The pedal placed great for heel towing, and it makes a great intake noise. But it also gets decent fuel economy. Actually, it gets good fuel economy for an enthusiast car. 26 miles per gallon combined, 32 on the highway. Those are strong numbers for a car that you can have way too much fun in, and that's a good thing. Still, even more exciting than that is the price. This car, as it sits, is $27,000. It's compatible and competes against the GTI. It's the same segment. This car is more entertaining than the GTI. The looks, it might be a toss-up there. So you can have now your European exciting hot hatch car here in the States, and it doesn't have to have a German badge on it anymore, because this is the Focus ST and it's killer.